Hey yo WCHS, I'm Daniel Blankenship, your anchor for this week's show. Today we will be bringing you some info on Special Olympics, WC Rocketry, our school's target team, the effects of tanning, some lunchroom expectation, and what's happening this week at WCHS. We'll be back after this.
This is Kira Wagner.
This is Daniel Blankenship.
This is Curtis here.
It's Jake Lar here.
This is Kyle Ching.
I'm Caitlin Seeley.
Yes, I'm Antonio Calles.
Here at WCHS, we have a lot of students, around 500. While not all students are the same, we all have the same opportunity to do athletics. Special Olympics are a great way for students with disabilities to participate and succeed at athletics. There are many different categories, a few including the 50-meter dash, the softball throw, long jump, and so many more. Kira visited Peer PE to get the scoop on how they've been preparing for their season.
Hello WCHS, I'm Kira Wagner, and this week I'm investigating the Special Olympics.
Special Olympics is a competition for individuals with disabilities where they kind of level the playing field and they allow everyone to compete. And so they have events like athletics, which are like track and field. They also have swimming events. They have cheerleading, basketball, bowling. They have tons of events like that. But Webster City Schools only compete in the athletics, which is a track and field.
Events that the Miss Nichols class has is the javelin throw, the 100-meter dash, the 50-meter dash. There's a softball throw, and tons more.
Shot put in 50 meters.
The peers are helping with Special Olympics by being people's partners in Miss Nichols' class and just encouraging them and being their #1 fan.
We have been utilizing our peer PE time to practice for Special Olympics a lot.
Missing school and being with my friend.
The kids love competing against their peers, and they love trying to earn those ribbons and their medals.
The Special Olympics is April 12th in Fort Dodge.
Good luck to all of those in the Special Olympics. This has been Kira Wagner with Wctv.
Peer PE seems to be a great class, and it's a great way to help students with disabilities compete and go for gold. Although, if you're going to prom and getting a tan, you don't want to be going for that gold. Even though you might want to get that bronze look, you should still be careful. You wouldn't want to get burned or, even worse, turn orange. While there are some ways to tan safely, using a tanning bed isn't the safest. To help you stay safe, Jake has all the info on tanning and some alternatives.
Hello, hey WCHS, it's Jake here. Springtime has arrived in Iowa, and you know what that means. It's sunny, warm, and beautiful outside. But don't think tanning's a good idea. Here's some facts about the hazards of tanning. A tan, whether you get it on the beach, in a bed, or through incidental exposure, is bad news. Any way you acquire it. Tans are caused by harmful ultraviolet or UV radiation from the sun or tanning lamps, and if you have one, you've sustained skin cell damage. No matter what you may hear at tanning salons, the cumulative damage caused by UV radiation can lead to premature skin aging, wrinkles, lax skin, brown spots, and more, as well as skin cancer. In fact, people who first used tanning beds before the age of 35 increased their risk for melanoma by 75%. Ideally, everyone's sun protection education would begin at an early age. Learning to seek the shade, apply sunscreen, and never tan are lessons that keep you safe both during childhood and later in life. Some of us, however, don't commit to the sun protection regimen until a little later. Instead of tanning, you could get some sleep, listen to some music, catch up on homework, get some more sleep, catch up on your missing work. How about some more sleep? Whatever floats your boat, just don't tan.
So it seems like using a tanning bed isn't the best way to tan, and there are some other ways to get that bronze look. You could use tanning wipes or tanning spray or go in for an airbrush tan. If you use a tanning bed, just try your hardest to stay safe and be careful. You wouldn't want to get burnt. At WCHS, we are lucky to have a rocketry team. This year, they're competing in the Team America Rocketry Challenge. The team seems to be putting a lot of work into their rocket, and they're currently waiting to see if they qualify for the national competition in Washington, D.C. Kyle's got you covered on what's been happening this season.
Prepare for trouble and make it double, WCHS. The Rocketry Club has been hard at work at making the perfect rocket to compete in the TARC competition. As of now, they are waiting to see their results. Let's find out how this year's testing season has gone so far.
When I was younger, I went to a Boy Scout camp and we had a taste of model rocketry, and that was really neat. And then when I learned that Webster City was hosting a team, I thought it'd be fun to join.
Rocket Club, obviously you have to be interested in rockets, but the main positions we really need is people to help actually make the rockets and make the designs.
So we bought replaceable motors, or reusable motors, and so you have to put the motor together and then put it in the rocket, and then you have to connect the igniter to a battery and then push a button and then it lights the igniter and then the rocket goes up.
The results, they kind of tend to be off and on. Sometimes we're on the money and sometimes we aren't. It's just kind of it depends on how we look at our material. Like if our launch went bad, then we usually can kind of recover from it. Like after a bad one, we usually get a better one. We just have to adjust mainly.
Best of luck to everyone competing in the National TARC competition. This has been Kyle Ching reporting for Wctv, blasting off once again.
It's great to see that students have the initiative to compete in the National Challenge. I can't wait to see if they made it. Good luck to those who are competing. During 5th period, we have 3 lunch blocks, A, B, and C. And during these lunch blocks, we have a set of rules we have to follow. Some include putting your bags down before you go through the lunch line or cleaning up after yourself. While students might not like to follow these rules, they are necessary to keep an order in the lunchroom. Curtis caught up with Mr. Whitehill and asked all about our lunchroom expectations.
High school has been centered around making sure that everyone understands our core covenants of respect, responsibility, and caring. One of the things that we've done to work on that is to focus on the lunchroom expectations throughout the course of this year. We've been having some fun competitions, acknowledging some of the good things that are happening here during the lunchroom. As you can see behind me, we've posted those expectations, and students are doing a really good job adhering to those. Recently, we had hoped to get one of the lunch mods outside to enjoy their lunch. If we can adhere to the responsibilities of knowing what it is that we have to do in the lunchroom, we're hoping to free up the opportunity for students to enjoy their lunch outside.
Thanks, Curtis. Just remember to be respectful, responsible, and caring in the lunch line and lunchroom. You do not want to forget to clean up after yourself at lunch. It'll help everyone have a better time at lunch. During lunch, most students like to talk with their friends, and they may talk about what's happening this week. Well, if you're not up to date with all the events this week, Curtis will get you all caught up. Curtis?
Hey WCHS, it's Curtis here for What's Happening. This week we got a lot going on. On Monday, boys track at Southeast Valley starting at 4:30, and at home starting at 5:30 p.m., boys soccer versus Humboldt. On Tuesday, girls track at Algona starting at 5 p.m., and girls soccer at home versus Garner Hayfield Ventura starting at 4:30 p.m. On Thursday, the North Central Conference art show starting at 2 p.m. On Thursday, boys tennis at home versus North Polk starting at 4:30 p.m. and girls tennis at Grundy Center also starting at 4:30. And girls track at Perry starting at 5 p.m. On Friday at Forest City, boys track starting at 4:30 p.m. Also happening, WCTV and SPVG are heading to the Upper Midwest Chapter Student Production Award Ceremony. And finally, on Saturday, ACT testing will start at 8 a.m. and prom building will take place all day in the North and West lobby. This has been Curtis Houghton for What's Happening. Back to you, Daniel.
So that's it for this week's show. It's going to be an exciting show next week. Next week, Curtis Houghton will be your anchor, and we will be giving you the scoop on off-season sports, the Europe trip, the NCC art show, the spring musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So thank you for tuning in this week at WCHS. This has been Daniel Blankenship for WCTV.